international qualifying, where I've joined late, so there's not 13 minutes 58 to go. I'm not sure actually how many minutes there is left, but we are on board with Imposter among one on the soft tire. Sorry, Casey Jennett's speed in that time, but he was fastest man. He's now second fastest man, and he is going to box this lap. So let's start to have a look at what is going on there for the drivers out in qualifying. In qualifying, we get to see the kind of laps they're setting and who is setting what laps. We are on board with an Alfa Romeo who's invalidated, and we're also on board with Casey Jennett in the Alpine, who has just set the fastest. I don't know if he's going again or if he is not going again. We're yet to see. Can't get the exact lap data of how fast he went in sector 1, but we'll see down the straight how he goes. Yellow flag in sector 3 and 1, all clear as we go racing again. So qualifying is going to be a very interesting one for Bahrain. We're looking to see who can take pole. A well-worked pole position would be one in Bahrain. This could be very crucial for the World Championship. And this is very interesting. So, Casey Jennett boxes then. We do not need to worry about him. Aston Nick's just cutting a couple of corners to get around the track quicker. So he is in the Ferrari for this Grand Prix of Bahrain, and some few other cars. Alfa Romeo has gone again. He's invalidated again as we go on board with Aston Nix in the Ferrari, as he is in P6. Mojo Doms is on its outlap. Let's see if he can improve. He is pretty quick around this track. He's a very quick driver in general. This is his outlap, so we'll see how he can go. Now let's go back with Aston Nix. Sorry, he's invalidated his attempt, so let's go back with Mojo Doms, who is on his outlap attempt. He will look to improve this time of his. I think this is his final run. It might be the final runs, I don't know, because I've done later, so my qualifying clock is actually not correct, so ignore the little timing screen in the top left hand corner as we go on board with Mojo Doms for his lap. Yellow flag sector 1, and that looks like a Red Bull and a Ferrari close to each other. DRS activated then. Along the straight we go for a lap around Bahrain with an AlphaTauri of Mojo Doms, still in the championship race, looking to go quick. He goes into turn 1. You can see those little gripping marks of the drag that tyres have gone going through that turn 1. He's kept it really clean through turn 2. DRS activated in the second DRS zone as he goes past lower sponsoring boards, and look at those tyre graphics. He might have been invalidated there, very on the edge of the limits of this track. That was a brilliant sector 1 from him. 2 attempts quicker than his previous attempt. Pretty good. Yellow flag sector 3. That is for a Mercedes. That is just prepping his tyres, I think, for an outlap, and he stopped it again, so I wonder what that is for. His teammate is coming, maybe it's a slipstream for him, but Mojo Domson going into turn 9, one of the hardest turns on the racetrack. How did he do it? Not as much as he wanted to. It's really crucial you don't touch the curbs on that turn, or that can be pretty deadly for you and your lap, but he keeps going. Still in sector 2, let's see how much he can improve. He has a bit of traffic in front of him. He has a Red Bull in front of him. I'm not sure which one. I believe that's Nathaniel Perrin or Flicks, of course. The two, there's a three-way championship race for the constructors, and that is between AlphaTauri, Red Bull and Alpine. Alpine currently leading this session with a 1-2, but he's going to get a slipstream down the straight. Nathaniel Perrin instantly moves, but he's going to get a slipstream off the other Red Bull of Flixo 2, coming out of the final corner. Gets really clean through there. It goes too much on the curb. No, he doesn't. He keeps it validated. This looks like a very promising lap for it is not as promising as expected. 1 tenth quicker, looks quick, but it wasn't as quick as we thought. So Imposter among one is onto a lap then. He's coming out of the final corner now, 0.29 thousandths slower than his previous attempt in sector 2 as he hits the line. Not improving, but he has his teammate down the other straight. He's giving him slipstream, but also some turbulent air in corners. As we go on board with Flix then. He is leading the championship. Will he get another win in Bahrain? He's currently on a lap. he's going to go down to turn 9 in a few moments as he comes into turn 9 now. Getting that grippy side of the track, he's taken a very nicely line. What a line he's taken through that turn. That's the best line we've seen so far, as this is the final runs for Ralphless, Aston Nix, VRL Smithy and Nathan Hotspur. They've all taken the checkered flag and their qualifying is over. They won't improve. This man could still improve, and he's hoping to, because this is his final attempt. He goes purple in sector 2, 2 tenths quicker than his previous attempt. Yellow flag in front of him, I do not know what for, because there's nothing in front of him. As you can see, green flag. His teammate is giving a lovely slipstream at the back end of the straight, as his teammate comes out of the main straight then for his lap. What will he get? It's a 1:26.4 for the Red Bull Honda of Flixo2. What will his teammate get? He boxes. What a lap is that, pole? We wait to see. Casey Jennett, 3 tenths quicker than his previous attempt. This is going to go down to the wire. His teammate is right behind him. What can he get? Currently in P2. He snatches back pole by 1/10 over Flix. We have a look with Imposter, who doesn't improve, and that is pole position, I believe. Yes, it is pole position. So Casey Jennett is on pole for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and that is going to delight the Alpine crew, with Imposter among 1 in 3rd and the Red Bull of Flixo2 in 2nd. He's going to be looking to get the jump on them in the start, but Casey Jennett, take a bow. What a lap time. Pole position for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Imposter among 1 3rd. Nathaniel Perrin, who did box, he's gone out again. I'm not sure what that's all about. Everyone else has taken a checkered flag. I don't know what Mojo Doms is doing. He's in the pits. Surely this won't be counted. I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's actually going on with Nathaniel Perrin, but he is still there. P4, he's gone out. This isn't going to count, I don't believe. Maybe a lobby glitch. I'm not actually a whole lot sure on what's actually going on. But he's still going. I don't think any of the other cars are going. I think that's just AIs. So we have Nathaniel Perrin actually on an outlap, but I highly doubt it's going to count. He is down in P4. Is this a glitch? Not sure. And he's slowing down. Is he going to retire? I'm really not sure what's going on here with Nathaniel Perrin. They are saying glitches. Surely he will retire. And he has retired. So that's it for qualifying then. Pole position goes to the Alpine of Casey Jennett. And the P3 is to Imposter among 1, his teammate. And jammed in the midfield then, not midfield, sorry, jammed in the front row is Flixo2 of the Red Bull Championship leader. His Vice Championship leader in 2nd is down in P5, 4/10 down on the pace. Who will take pole? Who will win the Bahrain Grand Prix in the Continental Racing League? We wait to see. Be right back after this short break. Okay, we are back. Sorry for the short background noise. 1 second to go until we race. Sorry for the background noise again. Just a few technical issues. As we go into the race, should be all good now for noise. As the Bahrain Grand Prix will be getting underway in a few moments' time, and formation lap will take ahead. Will go ahead, I believe. I'm not sure what the settings particularly are on, but we wait to see who will win the Bahrain Grand Prix. So there we go then, cars in the pits, doing their strategies, etc, etc. They're actually on the grid, but they are doing their strategies as we wait for them to finish off doing that. Okay then, so getting underway then in Bahrain in a short moment's time. All looking good ahead of the race. And boy, are we ready for a fascinating Grand Prix formation lap, of course, going first. So then, formation lap underway. Casey Jennett will lead the field. The time is 20 to 9, and we will be getting underway in a short moment's time. Imposter among 1 and Mojo Doms have already been disqualified from the formation lap. And going down the back straight is Casey Jennett for the formation lap, the number 79, sorry, well away from that. Taking us through the formation lap. Flicks, of course, starting second, the number 27, and Nathaniel Perrin in P4 taking the number 45, closely followed by Ralphless. And that's your top 5 for the race start, including Imposter among 1, who has been disqualified from the formation lap. Remember. But looking all good going into the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm thrilled to be watching it. I hope you all are. And we're just going to take a quick break, and when we're back, the race will be underway. Okay, welcome back to the Bahrain Grand Prix. We are waiting for your race leader to take up his grid spot. A few more cars coming across the line then to take their grid spots. So I just put in my commentary notes for this Grand Prix. It's looking very promising going into it. Championship leader Flick starts on the second row. Casey Jennett, a man who's looking to make up for his championship losses so far, starts first. Imposter among 1, also looking to make up for his losses in the past, as that's a glitch. As we get ready to go then, on board with Casey Jennett then, for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and I'm not sure what's happening then. We're waiting to go. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Maybe waiting for someone? I am not a whole lot sure what's going on. A few question marks, but this is completely natural. Internet, a relatively new invention. We'll just wait. May have to have a lobby restart, but I'm really not sure what's going on. We're waiting for the Alfa Romeo, actually, of Sky AD479. There must be an issue with him. So we're all waiting on the grid for him. The whole grid is waiting on the grid for him. And that gives me a quick chance to go through my commentary notes again then, as we wait for the Bahrain Grand Prix to get underway. Oh, we are going. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights in Bahrain. and it's pedal to the metal, and we go. Casey Jennett gets away well. Flicks also gets away well. Imposter look to have got the jump on a few cars from the start. Look at this, side by side, going into turn 1. Flicks is right there. Casey Jennett, they're going to outbrake. That's a Mercedes braking late. But look at that Red Bull go up the inside. Nathaniel Perrin takes a lead of the Grand Prix. Ralphless goes wide. They're going into turn 3. Very tight. The two Red Bulls very close. Flicks takes the lead of the Grand Prix then. Nathaniel Perrin, an Alpha Tauri's got off there at the back. With the Alpine of Casey Jennett, and Mojo Doms is also there, and he got involved in the incident. He goes past Casey Jennett, but he did get involved in that tangle into turn 1. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay, but we would have wanted one to see what on earth happened there into turn 1. Nathaniel Perrin looked to be very aggressive, but look at this. As we go into turn 9 for the first time, Flicks leads from Imposter, from Nathaniel Perrin, and then you've got the Ferrari of Aston Nix coming down the straight then. Can Imposter among one take the lead off Flicks? Championship leader, looks undefeatable, but he isn't undefeatable down the straight then for the first time in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Your leading 3 is Flicks, Imposter among one, and Nathaniel Perrin. Casey Jennett and Mojo Doms getting off to poor starts respectively, and he's got a front wing because he looks to be getting very held up within the pack, and that's no, it must be Imposter among one. Yes, Imposter among one has spun it, coming out of turn 14. Heartbreak for the Alpine, so close yet so far to the lead now. Down in P13. Imposter among one has spun, and does he have damage? I don't think he does, so he keeps going. A car has had to box, and that is Ralphless, who did get involved in the turn 1 carnage that played out, and that was mainly Nathaniel Perrin's fault, I believe. But we wait to see then, as we just get our right settings up then for the tyres. There we go. Those are the settings that we normally commentate on, and there's yellow flags in sector 1 and 3, because that is another Williams that has spun, I believe. Someone has spun, and I am not sure who. It was Nathan Hotspurs. I don't think he spun, but he definitely had a little incident there down in 15th now. So Flicks leads then from Aston Nix now, as I believe, who was in P2, it was Nathaniel Perrin. Yep, it was a glitch, and he is back to where he was before. So P2 is Nathaniel Perrin, with Flicks right there now, down the straight. The two Red Bulls looking strong going into lap 3, which we will. Predicted pit stop strategy is the 2-stopper, either soft, medium, or soft, medium is the designated pit stop strategies. That could play a big role. I'm sure the Red Bulls don't want to get too touchy, because they do want the constructors' points. The Boratigan picks up a 3-second time penalty, first time penalty of this race. Main 9819 had a close to time penalty, but he was close to getting before the Boratigan, but I think they got it around the same time. I'm not 100% sure, but that was a pretty weird start then for the Grand Prix. Flicks gets another fastest lap, and there's yellow flags in sector 3. Pretty bizarre, because it's been happening a lot, as DRS will be enabled, so the two leaders will battle then, going down the second straight. They will both have DRS, no, sorry, Nathaniel Perrin will have DRS on the leader, so the two Red Bulls battling it out. Does he have DRS? Yes, he does. Can he get the move done? It looks optimistic from now, and it is too optimistic, as they will go through to the end of sector 1 behind each other. So Flicks 02 is in first, and Nathaniel Perrin is in second. That is a glitch. What's coming up on your screen? As Aston Nix, can he get anywhere near the two leaders? They look too strong at the moment, but are they too strong? That is the big question. Nathaniel Perrin is there with the leader, and we'll go on board with him down the main straight then. He is ghosted. I'm not sure if he's left or has there been a glitch, but DRS is enabled for him then as he goes down the main straight. I don't think he'll have enough outright pace to get past. He looked to have been stuck in a lot of turbulent air, not down the straight but into turn 9. Must have been stuck in some air, because the DRS did not do much at all. He's gaining on his Rebel teammate. He doesn't look to be on AI, or is he? I'm not a whole lot sure. There is yellow flags though, and they have been clear. Green flag being waved by the marshals on the side post, and we'll go have a look at this midfield battle then. It's a good battle for the Boratigan, who has actually spun and will have to let that Alfa Romeo pass, and he was luckily ghosted as the Alfa Romeo got past then of the Haas. Nathaniel Perrin sets the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He is still going at Flicks, who is in the lead then from his Rebel teammate, who is very close. I don't know what's actually happening with him. He's taken the lead though, down the inside. We couldn't get that up on our screen, but he has almost taken the lead. He tried the switcheroo. He's gonna get DRS down the straight. Surely he can get past his Red Bull teammate. They go down the straight, almost side by side. Is he gonna outbrake? No, he's not. He picks more maturely to stay behind his Red Bull teammate for at least the next few corners. He has left the session, so he must have glitched out. As I don't actually know. They're driving past him after Nix gets round, but I'm not a whole lot sure what's happened with him. But here's your race leader then. It is Flixo2, then in first position, behind us and Nix, and Nathaniel Perrin trying to rejoin. As I just give him a few advice tips. There we go. So then, Flick's still not too bad on the pace. He's got a healthy lead to Aston Nix in second. URL Sambio third. No, sorry, Nathaniel Perrin in third. URL Sambio fourth. Unless anything's changed. I don't think it has. No, yes, it has. Nathaniel Perrin's lost a couple of places now. So, pretty interesting to see that one pan out. Remember, Gamer has actually started this race on the hard tyre. I don't know if he boxed on lap 1. I think he has actually, because those hards... No, yeah, he has actually started the race on the hards, so that's going to take him long. Is he looking to do a one-stop? If he's looking to do a one-stop, then that would be pretty amazing, but we wait to see what he can do. As Flix then, in P1, Aston Nix second, Ural Sambio third, Callum Mitford in fourth, and Imposter Among One has just got past McGamer. This is a wealthy battle going out. Imposter Among One squeezing then. Go down the inside. McGamer has spot it. It was inevitable. We knew the two would touch. There's just no way you can get round anyone through that corner. And the two have collided. Stebby and Mojo Doms get past the pair, but there's just no overtaking through there. And now then, it's TTV_rated, who's actually getting blue flags for Nathaniel Perrin. So there's something going wrong with Nathaniel Perrin. I'm not a whole lot sure what. Technical issues occur all the time in this game. But then down the straight, he is pretty far away from Imposter Among One. And the two Mercedes are there. So Ural Sambio is going to start putting a bit of pressure on the Ferrari in front of him, which is Aston Nix. Be interesting to see if he can get past down the straight. So Aston Nix, will Ural Sambio have DRS? He won't need it. Well, he will have it, but he won't need it because Aston Nix has boxed then. 5 laps as soft tyres have done. Let's see how quick this pit stop is from the Ferrari crew. Into the boxes he goes. Front wing replaced. He must have hit the wall or something must have happened to him. Let's see where he gets out. Pretty clean for a wing stop. TTV Vaxi GG gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He has also boxed this lap. Aston Nix is going to get out around 14th position. I expect... Can he get out in front of Ralphless? That is crucial for this race. That is crucial for the pair. He is going to get out in front of Ralphless. He has got it out in front of Ralphless. Ralphless is not going to be happy with that. Not good for his race. He has ended up behind Aston Nix, who was fighting for P2. So Ralphless is now in a pretty bad position for any sort of comeback in this Grand Prix then. So Flix then leads from Ural Sambio. 3 seconds is the gap between the leading pair. Then you have these two battling. Well, no, they're not going to battle because Nathaniel Perrin's going to get blue flagged because he's had some kind of glitch. TTV Rated follows with Mojo Dump. Those two are a common sight near each other. Step B, McGamer, Deborah Deegan, Sky 479, sorry, as they go into turn 12. Then they're going to fight this one out, and Deborah Deegan has spun it on that curb. He had to move really quickly, Sky, there, but Deborah Deegan is spinning it on that curb for the second time, I believe. He spins it quite a bit on that curb. The number 8 of the Haas then team has spun the car round coming into turn 12. Unfortunate for him, as he was running in P9, now he is running in P10. Got a pretty good recovery as Imposter Among One pits, and so does Ural Sambio. Good pit stop from the Mercedes crew. Let's see how the Alpine goes. Wheel on, wheel off, and wheel no, another one on, and it's clean from the Alpine crew. About 2.5, 2.9, something around that mark. The number 69 then gets out just behind Ural Sambio. And can he stay in front of us? And Nix is the question. No, he can't. So he's going to be, those two are going to battle quite a bit then. Will he have DRS is a question. Are his tyres warm enough is a question. He is within a second, just about. Does he have DRS? Yes, he does. He's going to get quite a bit of a battle now with Aston Nix. Aston Nix might have, yeah, it's because he had to replace his front wing. It's the reason why they're actually so close in the first place then, is Imposter Among One and Aston Nix. De Borodin picks up another 3-second time penalty. Then he's already accumulated 1, so he is on 6 seconds now for time penalties after the race. Euro Sambio is one that's benefiting from this a lot. This battle could secure Euro Sambio's second place from when other cars pit. But Callum Mitford, I'm not sure if he had track position. No, he didn't. So that could be pretty crucial for him. DRS activated, yes it is. So these two are going to battle down the main straight, I believe, is where overtakes could be done. And Imposter Among One is not going to be greedy and try and do it into turn 12. Also the site of where De Borodin is spun as the race leader pits. Your race leader Flixo2 has boxed this lap. Let's see how quick it is from the Red Bull, and then we can quickly switch back to Imposter Among One and Aston Nix. Very quick stop from the Red Bull crew. That was one of the quickest of this race. Ralphless has retired. Big implications for the World Championship. Ralphless is out of the Grand Prix. Safety car deployed. That's going to give Flix, it won't give Flix a lead, because he is boxed under a safety car. These two are going to box again, and Flix then benefiting slightly from that safety car. But Ralphless, heartbreak. The Dutchman, second in the championship, still in for it, has retired from the Grand Prix. It's heartbreak for AlphaTauri. His teammate is hanging down now in second place, actually. He hasn't stopped yet. But heartbreak for AlphaTauri, as they see their driver DNF from this race. And a few cars boxing, no one's really boxed. So, TTV rated leads then from this man here, Mojo Dom. Neither of them pitted, neither is McGamer. He's going long, he is on the hard option tyre, as Flixo2 has stopped. He's on 0 lapped mediums. And just as we leave you there, I'm going to take a quick break, and when we're back we will resume action in the Bahrain Grand Prix, round 6 of Continental Racing. Welcome back then to the Grand Prix of Bahrain. Mojo Dunson's box. So is McGamer, which is slightly surprising considering he was planning to go long on those hard tyre, but he has boxed the number 66. Don't see that number a lot. So TTV rated of 7 then leads us behind Flix then for the race lead under the safety car. This has been quite an actual good race for the Racing League. Just a shame I'm not racing in it. There's been one DNF, which is unfortunately Ralphless, which is a big shame. But apart from that, it's been a very successful race for the league, and I am so grateful to hear that. We haven't had many, but we never know, there could be chaos off this restart. But the Aston Martin safety car then leads us. My AI isn't doing very well, I'll be honest. Down in P40. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Hasn't had enough action, I don't think, my AI. There he is. Has a box. P14. I could jump in if I wanted to. Look at that. If I want to. Do I feel like jumping in? I can't anyway, but if I left and restarted, I could if I wanted to, but nope. Just gotta get on with the race ban, which I have been given by the stewards, who are Lunatic Kai, for this Grand Prix. And yeah, just one of those things. So safety car's still out, maybe in this lap, maybe not, we will see. Hopefully it is, because I want to see some racing. Don't know about my viewers. How many of you are there? It's a question actually. I'll have a quick little look. 5 of you. Thanks to all 5 of you tuning in to watch Continental Racing League Round 6 Tier 1. Good to have you here. And we hope we can get some more racing action in the next lap. So I'll quickly run you through the grid order. Not the grid order. I'll run you through the grid. Not the order of it, but Mercedes are running Euro Sambio, pretty quick driver, normally races for McLaren, or that's who I remember him for. Callum Mitford 10, another very quick driver on his day. Certain tracks are his repartee, and that's looking like Bahrain is one of them. And then we go to Mercedes are the ones that are going to be fighting for that 5th place in the constructors, because I think the top 3, yeah, so they're going to be fighting for 4th in this championship then in the constructors, because I think the top 3 are going to fly away with this really. And the top 3 are Red Bull with Flixo2 and Nathaniel Perrin, Alpine of Casey Jennett and Imposter among 1, and unfortunately for AlphaTauri this is not going to help him. Ralphless has DNF'd and Mojo Doms has only scored 8 points all season. So I still believe those 3 will be the ones that are fighting for the constructors championship. Mercedes will be probably fighting for 4th with Ferrari of Gamer 3, 4, 5, 6 and Aston next. And then probably the next contenders come in at about Aston Martin with TTV rated 07 and Tyrone 86. And then I probably believe that the next contenders for that place will be Haas with me and Joby Rennie. So safety car stays out and should be in this lap. I hope it's in this lap, and I'm sure you all do as well, watching on YouTube. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe though. But I'd be happy if you didn't. Just happy you're watching. As we see two cars pit. Aston Nix and Imposter among 1. I don't know if that's because they've collided or what. Aston Nix has gone tyres. And I don't know if Imposter among 1 has pitted for those cars to go end full. He probably has. Pitted onto those hard tyre to go to the end with. I don't think they collided, but they both were pitted. And a 5-second time penalty for Casey Jennett then for colliding with TTV Vaxi GG. That's probably going to get overruled depending on the situation. But Imposter among 1 then, going bold on the hard. And Aston Nix, will he have to pit again? Probably. This man will definitely have to pit again. T2E underscore rated 07. He is on mediums, he's done the whole race. And I think if he can make these last a few laps from the start, he could do a medium. No, he can't do a medium to medium because that is not allowed. So he's probably going to try and make these tyres last as long as possible. And if he can, maybe do the medium soft. Is that possible around this track? We wait to see. Safety car, I think, will be in this lap. I hope it will be in this lap, as Aston Martin safety car then goes round, followed by an Aston Martin Formula 1 car. Sorry about that, as they go past turn 12. Sorry for that. Into turn 13. Safety car is in this lap, as expected. So there you go. 2 Aston Martins leading, one of them is the safety car, followed by a Red Bull, and then the 2 Mercedes follow behind with an AlphaTauri of Mojo Doms, followed by the Ferrari, Williams, Alfa Romeo, Alpine of Casey Jennett, title contender, and Haas ending off the top 10. So we go around the final turn. When will he decide to go? The race leader, can he get overtaken on the straight by Flix02? He's got such racecraft. We're waiting for the race leader to go. He's bunching everyone up. When will he go? He goes now. Aston Martin takes us through. We go across the finish line for lap 13. They're 3 abreast, going down the main straight. Red Bull, Mercedes, Aston Martin. That Mercedes is going to pull out on top. Yes, he is. Callum Mitford 10 goes into the lead of the race then, but followed by TTV_rated 07. And then you have a retirement of the Haas, as Flix is still fighting this. Flix is still going to get past TTV_rated. He has. So from first to third goes TTV_rated 7, and Callum Mitford 10 went for a very bold move into turn 1. We have a DNF, and that's for the Haas of TTV Vaxi GG. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Mojo Doms gets past TTV rated. That's bold, but they're going to touch. Surely it will. They do. And Mojo Doms goes off the track. TTV rated just stayed on. McGamer is now pressuring the Aston Martin right there as he goes off the track, and that's going to give the Mercedes, who had a really poor scare away from the restart, off the track, and it's turned into a disaster for the Aston Martin, who's the only, no, not the only one, who's one of the only ones that has stayed out on the track. Big start from the leaders. And we go on board now with the Red Bull, who he is fighting with the lead, with Callum Mitford 10, who went for that really bold under-braking move into turn 1. They were all 3 abreast. The Mercedes, Red Bull and Aston Martin. He was the one that had the biggest guts though. The Mercedes pulled out on top then, as we're seeing some moves with Nathaniel Perrin, Steb B, May 9819 and Tyrane 86. They're all going for it, but these two are going to go for it for a better position. The lead, P1, number 21 versus, I'm not sure what number Callum Mitford is, but I'm sure he's going to give it everything despite that. As they go down the straight, Flix is going to take the lead. He's going to get squeezed by the Mercedes, almost going into pit boards. Can he outbrake him into turn 1? Surely he can now. Flix, can he outbrake him? They're going to both outbrake. Surely one of them's going to go off. No, they don't. The Mercedes stays in the lead then. They go down the second straight, as the Red Bull still giving it everything, or everything he's got. The Mercedes switcheroos back to the other side of the track, keeps the racing line and stays in the lead. This has been a titanic battle then for the race lead. They're both giving it everything, as these two, one of them's involved in the championship fight. Callum Mitford probably just out of it, but if he can win this, that will definitely up his chances. They're still fighting for it then, down into turn 9. Will one of them go for the outbreaker, or will he wait for the straight? You can see in the background then, URL Sambio, his Mercedes teammate there, the number 96 going for it, but these two are going to go for it down the straight. Can he get a good enough slipstream there? Flix02, he's going to go for it down the inside of Callum Mitford 10. Can he take the lead of the Grand Prix? No, he can't, but can he? Yes, he has actually. He has. He's gone off the track slightly though, but these two are going to fight into the final few turns of Bahrain. Who's going to lead coming to the end of it? 13 laps gone, and there's 16 to remain. And these two, we hope the battle goes on, as Flix does take the lead of the race. As the 5 temps separate them, will Callum Mitford pull off of the 69, or will the number 21 get stuck with some troubles down the straight from Callum Mitford 10? He's getting another lovely slipstream, but I don't think it's enough. DRS enabled, so as long as he can stay tight enough to Callum Mitford, tight enough to Flix02, he will get DRS, and that he go very wide down there into turn 1. I thought they touched at first, but obviously not. Lost a few temps. DRS activated then for the first time in a few laps, as we won't get past him that time. As we go down further of the order then, that is the Aston Martin of TTV rated battling it out. The number 2 versus the number 69. Alpine versus Aston Martin. Midfielders in real life versus midfielder in real life. Who will come out on top then? We go into this lovely floor cam as we see the two still battling it out. Let's go on board with TTV rated down the main straight then. Them two are going to battle. Callum Mitford has now dropped out of DRS range, so that's going to be a real bum for him. But Imposter Room 1 is going to get DRS from Mojo Dom, so this shouldn't do enough to get round him then down the straight. It's TTV rated. And Mojo Dons is probably playing a DRS train for Imposter Room 1. Those two very good friends, and I'm pretty sure I know what he's doing there to play his part in keeping his friend in front of another, not friend, but someone that he well respects in this league, and that is TTV_rated 07. As May 9819 picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of either exceeding track limits or corner cutting. But Mojo Doms then is very tight with URL Sambio. He's going to activate his DRS now as they go down the main straight. Can the Mercedes keep the AlphaTauri behind? He shouldn't be able to, but can he? Can he pull it out of the bag? He's going to force Mojo Doms to the outside, and that's not going to work, surely. He's going to turn it as early as possible with leaving space for the inside line. And has he got it past? He has got it past, as there's two behind him. The two behind him are fighting each other off. URL Sambio and Imposter among one are fighting each other off, but it's not going to work. The two friends are using each other as almost teammates. They're working very well together, as URL Sambio cannot get past the two in front. Those two, amazing work from the two in front, working as friends. They work that brilliantly as they get past into P4 and 3 respectively. I'm looking further down the grid. After Nix hasn't done a lot recently, but that's someone that's gone wide, and that is May 918, and he's going to be battling with VRL Smithy going into turn 9 then. It looks to be, and he will not be close enough to get round the McLaren going into turn 9. He will have his DRS flap activated, and he has now. Surely he can get past the McLaren to go up into P8. The Alfa Romeo looking for more points. Can he get them? No, he can't. Pulls out of the move very sensibly indeed. And he could not get past the McLaren of VRL Smithy. So going down the penultimate straight of the track. Should be a DRS zone in my opinion, but he's going to get a slipstream, and not enough, or will it be enough? He's going to try the outbraking, maybe. Slow down slightly. Oh, they've touched. And I think May 9819 wanted the DRS, but it's ended in drama because they've touched. I don't think he's got any damage. Aston Nix has got DRS behind, but he's not going to need it. This man is as he gets past up into P8. Aston Nix also gets past, and he's going to outbrake May into turn 1, and he moves himself up to P8. So then, Aston Nix still going at May, and those two can't do enough as VRL Smithy is right there. And we take a quick break there in Bahrain, and we'll be right back in a few laps time to see who will take victory. Okay, we're back then. 5 viewers still watching the Grand Prix of Bahrain pan out, and I think it's a safety car that have been deployed for Stebby. It's out, and it is a safety car. A few cars opting to box. One of them is Aston Nix, who comes out in P12. And first is Flix02. As he leads Grand Prix then from Callum Mitford 10, who does have a time penalty, which may leave him vulnerable to Imposter among one in P3. So then, boxing is imposter round 1 with Callum Mitford and your race leader Flix, who does get out in front, of course, of imposter. And the Honda Alpha Tauri of Mojo Dumps is also pitted. So May takes the lead, and he has opted not to box. He is on softs, 8-lap old softs. He is going to box again, of course. He's got no other option, or his tyres are probably going to blow up. But yeah, so he's leading the Grand Prix. Then he's going to catch up to the safety car about now, as we wait then for what happens with the rest of the pack, and you had to see them. So then, we have a quick look at the championship then. Ralphless DNFing in this race could be crucial, because if he was to outscore Flix in this race by 3 points, he would lead the championship. So they'd be drawn on points, and Flix would lead the championship on race wins. But those two are very well out in front of the lead. If both of them DNF'd and someone won, they still wouldn't overtake them because of how far ahead they are. Callum Mitford is closest in 3rd, so maybe I was a bit wrong on my interpretation about them. He's actually on 28 points in 3rd position. Nathaniel Perrin closely follows 2 points behind. And Chris Dew, remember, is actually the full-time Mercedes driver instead of URL Sambio, is on 10 points, 2 behind me and Aston Nix on 8. And the few drivers that have not scored a point so far this season is Salty Malacca, ABP Optics, the Daffs, McGamer 3456, Vera Smithy and Orange Boom Brown, yet to score in this championship. Those two drivers looking to do bits to take glory, which is Flix and Ralphless. Wait to see who will win in Bahrain. And URL Sambia actually has retired. Let's have a quick look. Quickly get down to someone that can have a look at that. And he looks to have maybe got on the throttle to warm his tyres and has binned it. So sorry for the lack of geometry in the safety car, but a big incident has occurred, and that is URL Sambio, who has retired. So that's not what he would have wanted. But we move. He is out of the race, and now then in P1 it's still May as we think the safety car comes in, which is the projection for this lapse incidents. Euro Sambio has left the session. Of course, he's DNF'd. And safety car is in this lap. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the final 11 laps of action. Sorry, 10 laps of action to take place in Bahrain. In Continental Racing League, your race leader is Alfa Romeo's May 9819. He's the only man he's the oldest. He's the only man on the older tyre on the track. He's on really old tyres. He's on the oldest on the track, as I said. 9-lapped old softs. This is the man looking to attack him. Then from the safety car restart, he's gone, I believe. Yes, he has now. We go in Bahrain then for the third time as Flix is already looking to get past. He's not looking to waste his time behind a slower Alfa Romeo car. Can he outbrake him into turn 1? We wait to see. No, he can't. Yes, he can. He goes back on it, and Alfa Romeo gets round, and look at that, the Alpine's there already. He arrives really quickly to the scene, but the Red Bull is still fighting down the main straight, so is the Alpine. He could get involved in this. The Mercedes is a black marker in this situation. They're all braking, they're all out braking, but the Alfa Romeo still pulls out in front. He's showing his fighting spirit, and he keeps in front, not for long though, as Flix02 takes the lead of the race. Of course, remember the Alfa Romeo is way slower. Imposter among 1, still battling then. Down there for track position, and he spun it. That's another Alpine that's beached it. One is down in 11th and one is down now in 15th. Disastrous for Alpine. As he goes true on another one that's spun, and that's Tyrrane. Well, semi-spun, but that's disastrous for their World Championship, Constructors Championship. But this man is nowhere near disastrous. He is in dreamland, is Flix02, leading the race, and just almost home and dry for the race with 9 laps to go. For viewers watching, thanks to all of you. Sector 2 and Sector 3 yellow flag. That's because McGamer has beached it. He has spun the car into turn 13, and I'm pretty sure it's not too difficult to guess how he spun it. Probably got too much curb in the spun. But Red Bull, real winners from this race, despite Nathaniel Perrin technical issues. Wonder where he would be right now. Some more winners would have been Mercedes if they didn't have one of their drivers DNF, but the other one is in second behind this man, leading the race then. As we go on board with VRL Smithy and Aston Nix then, still battling out for these track positions. McGamer has gone out of this race. McGamer has retired going into the pits, and I think that is mainly because he beached the car with 8 laps to go, but I'm still not code of conduct really with how we race in this league. But VRL Smithy then still pushing enough to, I hope, get a battle with Aston Nix as he goes into turn 7, approaching down into turn 8 and going down into turn 9. How is his line through here? Doesn't get it the cleanest, but does he have DRS? No, he won't, because we've just had a safety car. So these two are going to have a battle, though. Nathan Hotspurs and Mojo Doms looking to have a little fight then for P5. TTV Rated has meanwhile got past May 9819 on the really old soft tyre. Mojo Doms is surely going to do him. He goes onto track. That would have been an illegal overtake, but he didn't get round in the first place. So Mojo Doms is probably going to overtake May on the straight. Nathan Hotspurs is looking to do the same on his rival, who is trying to overtake another rival on the straight, which is Mojo Doms. As they go into the final corner of the track, as they come out, who will lead down into turn 1 though, the next corner of the track? Nathan Hotspurs round the outside of Mojo Doms, gets a faster car and gets a faster exit, which was really crucial into making 5th place his in the race. Mojo Doms demoted down to 6th, Nathan Hotspurs promoted up to 5th. As we see some more cars buggle down the straight. May doesn't look to be close enough. DRS is now enabled, of course, so he's going to get closer to TTV Rated down the straight. But someone that's going to get even closer, I thought, would have been Mojo Doms, but he doesn't get close enough for a move. Nathaniel Perrin's going to outbrake one of his rivals in the league into turn 4. They're still fighting. This is going to end nastily. Surely it will. But Nathaniel Perrin leaves him enough space. And the Casey Jennett's still there, though. These lot are going to battle. They're battling in the championship. They're battling in the constructors. Are they going to battle for position of 8th place? Nathaniel Perrin gets a better exit and takes P8 from Casey Jennett. And is that now in that battle? Or will we get more going? Nathaniel Perrin is still there. And still fighting in the race then. As we just have a slight look at the Ralph only says he's an idiot. Quite understandable considering you spun yourself out of the race and retired. But unlucky to you, but not unlucky to this man if he gets past Casey Jennett. He goes round the inside, down the inside maybe. And they both were very anxious to go through it. May has retired then. May has hit someone and Mojo Doms has got involved in that incident. And Nathaniel Perrin has hit debris. His safety car deployed with 7 laps to go in this Grand Prix. I wonder what happened there. Mojo Doms is going to have to pit. Probably doesn't have a front wing. There was an incident with May. Those two collided, I believe, and one of them has ended up out of the race. Safety car deployed, Just whilst we are getting a good battle between Nathaniel Perrin and his Alpine counterpart, Casey Jennett. Those two were having a good battle, but now they're both out of this race as we take a quick break for the final time in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Okay, sorry about that. Hello and welcome back to Bahrain. Callum Mitford now leads then as a couple of cars pitted. We're still on the good side of races though, despite a little incident there, I believe with May 9819 and Mojo Doms, who've now caused to retire the car for Alfa Romeo. That leaves one left of them. No, it doesn't actually, because has he ever retired? No, he hasn't. That's Sky 84179. Still in the Grand Prix for Alfa Romeo. And Callum Mitford then, 69. He's going to make those soft tyres last to the end. So can he pick up a Grand Prix? I do not know why Flixer's boxed, actually. Bit risky. 5 to go, and he's boxed it. And it's confused me why he's actually boxed it, when he could have just stayed out, protected his lead, and won the race. But no, he's opted to box. The rest of the cars will make those tyres last. Every single car on the track is not scheduled to box again, but of course they might pick up an incident, but none of them are scheduled to pit again, and hopefully none of them need to. So we'll wait to see then who will win, as I said, the Grand Prix of Bahrain. So, back we go then to the race. 4 attempts separate the race leader under the safety car, and we're in a pretty reverse situation from the one we had last time. Aston Martin leads the pack, which is safety car, Mercedes, another Aston Martin, and the other Aston Martin has retired, of course. So a lot of Aston Martins then, as the other Aston Martin of Tyrone 86 has retired. But that's one thing about him, he's graceful in defeat, not a sore loser, and we're happy we have people like that in this league. And he never goes angry or anything like that, which I highly respect, and someone definitely to look up to in this league. But then there's also more drivers to look up to. There's a driver to look up to for TTV_87, which is Callum Mitford 10. He's a driver he's looking up to try and overtake. Is Callum Mitford looking to overtake the safety car as he wants it in? Well, maybe not, because he's defending his lead, but as he's defending his lead, as Aston Nix picks up a 5-second time penalty for collision with Bordegan, but no time penalties. Let's have a look at the time penalty situation. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 3, 3, 5, 3. So as it stands, your race leader would be Flix, but that's the thing, we do not know yet. He's really good at keeping within limits, as Flix02. But it's pretty bizarre that he boxed. But we'll see if he can win it on track or thing. Sorry, there we go, leader. Okay, we're gonna go to time penalty situation, because that's probably more important at this stage of the race than our tyres, because we know all the leading pair are on the softs, except from, I believe, Casey Jennett and Vieira Smithy. On the mediums, as I believe safety car should be in this lap. Is it? Yes, it is. We are going to get 5 laps of racing then in Bahrain. Who will be the winner of those 5 laps? Whoever will be the winner of the race. Depending on the time penalty situation, of course. Flips is going to look to get past the McLaren and the Alpine pretty quickly. Both on medium tyre. When will this man decide to go then for the race in Bahrain? 5 to go. And boy, are we ready for it. Exiting the final corner is Callum Mitford. When's he going to go? He's waiting, and he goes now. That's not a good start from him, I don't think. Rated should be able to get past him pretty easily. It's going to go 3 abreast. No, it's not. They're going to stay tight. The Alpine is there with Casey Jennett as well. But there is the Aston Martin. Can one of them get past at least? No, Callum Mitford stays in the lead into turn 1. But that's a late braking move for TTV Rated. Is he going to try and get the inside on him into turn 3? And he spun him. Oh, no. TTV Rated went for a gap that just wasn't there. And it's ended in disaster for your championship leader. Not championship leader, sorry, your 3rd place man in the championship. He spun it, and that's chaos for him. The Mercedes seemed to be cruising until Rated went braking too late and ended up costing him. But as it stands, Flicks will win the race from Rated. Casey Jennett, remember, does have a 5-second time penalty then on lap 26. Rated is going to probably be in some trouble after that from the stewards after the race. Flicks is going to try and do it on track though. He's going to try and get down the straight. Has he got that ERS? He has got the ERS boost. He's going to surely outbrake him into turn 11. He's done it. Flicks gets round TTV Rated 07 then for P2. Now his aim is to get Casey Jennett. He doesn't need to, but he would like to for the track position. And his 4th Grand Prix win surely on his way. If he can go relentless to the end of this race, not make any silly mistakes. And DRS, remember, not enabled until lap 27. No, not lap 28, sorry, I believe. As we go for the down the grid then. Nathan Hotspurs very close to TTV_Rated07. The Hotspurs currently anyway going to get around him for time penalty situation. But does he want to get past him on track? I bet he does. As they go round into the 2nd main straight of this track then. Nathan Hotspurs very close to TTV Rated. The TTV twins and Mojo Doms is out. We won't get a view of it, but he's gone into the pits and retired. So he's probably given up on any sort of chance in this race. As we relook at Nathan Hotspurs and TTV Rated 07's battle, it will commence again down the straight with 3 laps to go. Sorry, 2.5 laps to go. Who will take the checkered flag first and win? But not necessarily, actually. Whoever takes the checkered flag first might not win. But one thing is actually confirmed now, and that is Imposter Among One has hit the wall. Disastrous! Imposter Among One. His team and Alpine, they were doing okay. They're not now because he's out of the race. That's 3 championship contenders out now. Imposter Among One, Mojo Dobbs, and Ralphless 0180 all out. A double DNF for Alpha Tauri and a DNF for Alpine. This man's teammate has DNF'd. As we see Imposter Among One leave. DRS is now enabled then. With 2 laps to go now. Then Flicks is behind Casey Jennett. They go into turn 1. Close enough, I think, for DRS. Way close enough for DRS. And Nathan Hotspurs TV finally gets past TTV Rated 07. But these 2 are the ones that we're focusing on for now. Down the main straight, these 2 are fighting for the lead. One could take the checkered flag first. The other could win. It is possible. Casey Jennett, remember, is on a 5-second time penalty. Flicks then. Right behind Casey Jennett now. He only needs to stay within 5 seconds to win this race. We wait to see though, as we go into the last lap and a half of the race. 11 cars remain. Still been a successful event. As into turn 9 goes Flicks 02. He will get DRS down the straight. He didn't get a good exit, but he's going to get enough speed down the straight to have a better speed into the next turn than Casey Jennett, and he gets a little bit closer. 2/10 was the gap before we went into turn 9. The gap obviously extended because of his little mistake of too much acceleration, but the gap is now down to 5/10, going down every second as Flicks is getting this slipstream down the straight. Just look at it. Surely he's going to get him down the main straight. I'd be very surprised if he didn't. Look how close he is now. Flicks is surely going to do this down the straight. It won't be a surprise in a million years if he got it done. He's going to surely do it. No defending for Casey Jennett now. It's going to be done now. Going on to the last lap of the race. Flicks takes the lead from Casey Jennett. It wouldn't have mattered because Casey Jennett does have a 5-second time penalty, which will probably promote Nathan Hotspur to second. But that doesn't matter because he takes the lead, and Casey Jennett will look to fight back, but it is pretty irrelevant now. As we watch these two, Nathaniel Perrin, Aston Nix, admin v admin, who will come out on top? He takes an outside line there, goes Nathaniel Perrin. Aston Nix stays in P4 for the time being. TTV rated 07, looking to get involved in this battle then. He is on fresh softs, I believe. I think he's one of the ones that pitted. Aston Nix goes off the track, outbraking his admin counterpart. It won't matter again though, because Aston Nix does have an 11-second time penalty, which will probably demote him all the way down to P6. But Nathaniel Perrin looking to get it done on track then, as they go into the DRS zone. Let's have a look at Nathaniel Perrin for this then. Can he get him done on the track? I don't think he'll have enough going into turn 13. No, he won't. And that's going to be it for those two, I believe, unless Nathaniel Perrin gets another one of those slipstreams down the straight. Casey Jennett then and Flick's going to get very tight for the ending of this race. But I think it's all done now. I think Flicks is going to be the winner. As long as he doesn't make a mistake in the final corner, he will make it 5 out of 6 for Flicks. He exits the final corner to take the checkered flag first. Flicks 02 wins in Bahrain. It's a dominant victory. He's on top again. He's unstoppable. It's Flicks 02. Picks up first. Nathan Hotspur picks up second because Casey Jennett has a 5-second time penalty. Aston Nix, yes, he has been demoted down to P5. Callum Mitford picks up 6th. Underwhelming considering he did lead under the safety car, after the safety car, sorry. Win for Flicks. Another win for Flicks. That's something that we're used to saying by now. He wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Victory number 5. Flicks on top once more in Bahrain. Joined on the podium by an Alpine of Casey Jennett and Nathaniel Hotspurs too. But the thing is, that could be championship not over. He has missed a race, remember, with Ralphless then. Ralphless, of course, picking up many consistent finishes, DNF, and that'll give him a championship lead then of 28 points as the champagne comes out in Bahrain. But the man that's celebrating the most is a 28 point championship lead then for Flicks. Thank you for tuning in. It's been an honour to commentate on.